Okay, where would that smile? Where would that smile? Yeah. Oh boy, bless you. Oh my dear. My dear. Oh. What was that? Are you gonna do it again? Are you gonna do another cute little smile for mommy? Hi. Baby. I love you. I love you, sir. My baby. Oh, you're so cute. Hi. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, sorry, I'm in the bathroom because I just realized that I didn't say anything. Good morning. It is Christmas day 1. Yeah, basically. It is December 1st. I'm gonna attempt Vlogmas. My goal for the month is to do like a mini vlog a day and then like also have video content attached to it, mostly just so I can show off the baby some more because it's so cute. So yeah, I think my plan for my video for today is to do like a November wrap up because I actually read books in November. So stay tuned for that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do vlog first and then content second, or content first and vlog second. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'm very excited. I watched Jenny's doing this really cute like game. So I watched her video this morning. It's like turning Vlogmas into like a book challenge thing. So I'm gonna try to kind of do the same. I guess the only point is, or the problem is, you know, printing out the board because I'm lazy. Lazy is the wrong word. I just have a lot of other things that I need to do. But most important, what I need to do is read 27 books this month in order to catch up on my Goodreads goal. I believe in myself. I'm going to read tiny, tiny things. Having the Libby app on my phone and reading digitally while I'm breastfeeding in the middle of the night has like really helped my reading. I'm very grateful for that. I am in the middle of A Swing Time by Zadie Smith. I need to read Yellowbird by Sunday. Today is Friday, for a book club meetup. And then I'm in the middle of like, you know, a few other small things that I would like to finish. But yeah, so I'm feeling pretty motivated because of the fact that I actually read things last month. I know reading 27 books in a month is very ambitious, especially for me who does not read that much. But again, I'm gonna pick tiny little books. I don't care, okay? It is not cheating because they're on my TBR, so I need to read them or want to read them. So yeah, I will. Plus I finished 2666 last month, so you know, pat on the back is fine. But I am going to try really, really, really hard to meet my Goodreads goal. So I would like to read basically a book a day in December. I don't have like a plan or a list of books yet, but maybe I'll spend part of my day doing that. Who knows? And yeah, so I am excited to hopefully be successful this month. Ah! My mom and I are watching Love Island Spain, and it's getting and it's getting wild. Hey guys, so my mom has baby downstairs. I am like super close to finishing this poetry magazine. I've got just like a teeny bit left. Also, I really need to read Yellowbird for book club meeting in 2 days. I haven't started it, so. But I have the audiobook version from Libby, so my plan is to read a little audiobooks. I'm not very good at them, and I'm worse at them if I don't read the book physically at all, so I need to read like at least probably 50 pages of the physical book before I can start listening to the audio, so I'd like to do that before I go to bed because then I can start listening to the audio like while I change the baby and go to the bathroom and do my various knickknacks. Oh, and I'm gonna cook tonight, so I could listen to it while I cook. But anyways, right now my plan is to go and try to organize the nonfiction books that are in the office. I'm fairly close to finishing and I just would like to have that done, and then I can organize other things because this house is a bit of a disaster. So, bookcase, I am working on it. Hi guys, I'm in bed. I have not uploaded my video yet. I'm feeding the, oh no, I'm feeding the baby. Hold on. Sorry. Anyways, what was I saying? Right, and then I'm gonna edit and upload. I did not get as much done today as I wanted. I only decluttered one thing. Did I even say that I was gonna do that on here? I don't even remember anymore what I've said I'm going to do. But yeah, I finished the poetry magazine that I was reading, which is July, August from 2019. It was focused on Indian diaspora authors, I'm pretty sure. And it was fine. I don't know. I'm just like not a huge poetry person. So again, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm like really close to just taking all of my poetry magazines and just getting rid of all of them. But something inside of me just like can't quite let go. And I just wish that I could. I wish that they would just disappear while I wasn't looking, and then I wouldn't have to be the one to do the dirty work. But I also simultaneously don't wish that. So anyways, that is the only thing that I like accomplished. I did not finish organizing the nonfiction books. I did cook dinner. I didn't like it very much though. So today was a very average day. The highlight was probably watching Jenny's video this morning. And obviously, I mean, besides spending time with my baby, that's always the highlight. But you know, other than that, I'm going to again attempt to at least start Yellowbird tonight, and then try to finish it in a day. I do feel confident. I know I should stop feeling confident, but I do feel confident mostly because I have the audiobook, and so I can, I think, accomplish more. I don't know. It also feels really light. How many pages is this? Like, it feels like there's not as many pages as it looks like. Yeah, this is so short. It's only 350 something. It's just like these types of books, like sometimes, I mean, something that's this thick could be 350 pages, or it could be like 500 pages depending on the density of the page. But I could tell by holding it that it's like very, very light. So that should be okay. Anyways, yep. What I was trying to say, so let's just pretend that none of that happened. Basically that's my day. So fingers crossed, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yep. Oh, and my wrap up for November is coming up in just a second. Ha 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 ha. So based on how today is going, I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing reviews of the books that I read in November, and then I'll just put these all together at the end, because I want to have this uploaded like this evening-ish, kind of like around 8 p.m. would be nice. And it's already 4 p.m. and I still have like so much stuff to do. So I'll start with Woman Without Shame by Sandra Cisneros, which is a poetry collection that I tried to read for a meetup group that's like a Latinx group here in Portland, Oregon, that I have not gone to any of the meetings yet. And I'm like really nervous too, because again, I don't like present as very Latina, so I get like nervous entering those spaces, but that's besides the point. I wanted to read it for the group. I did not read it in time to go to the meetup group, but I did finish it. I really enjoyed it. I actually forget, I don't have like anything with me that says anything that I like or how I rated anything. But I think I gave it like 3 or 3.5 stars. And I really liked it. And I don't remember much about it because it's a poetry collection and my brain is not good. But I did enjoy it while I was reading it. Again, there's one that I really liked that was like, "Don't put me in your poem," or something like that. That poem was spectacular. It was fantastic. The next book that I finish, I'm not doing these like in order of favorite to least favorite because again, right now my life is chaos. But I finished Paradise by Fernanda Melchor, translated by someone that I don't remember at the moment. I will have it written here. And oh my gosh. Okay, so I started this and it was like kind of slow for me. I was a little nervous to read this because this is the first like book of hers that I've actually finished. I started hurricane season and like only finished the first chapter of like the woman, like the witch woman at the beginning, whatever, um, with the river. And everyone loves that book so much, but it is very text dense. There is not a lot of breaks, and it's kind of difficult to read depending on what you're doing or where you are. I probably actually could read it now, now that I'm thinking about it, but a lot of the times I'm reading like in shorter bursts or at work or something like that, and that is not the kind of book for that kind of consumption. I also have This Is Miami, I think that's like her newest one, maybe, or maybe it's, I don't know. Regardless, she's like a pretty big name, and I started reading it and I was like, oh God, this reminds me of when I picked up McGlue by Atessa Moshfegh, um, where I was just like, there's a lot of language that I find disagreeable or like vulgar, crass, whatever, aka, you know, very bad words. And just like, you know, the vibe was like not good. I mean, it's about two, excuse my language, shitheads, like two young punks, two young guys that are terrible. One of them is obsessed with this married woman that has kids that are like his age, I'm pretty sure. So he has like a huge crush on, let's say, the town MILF, I guess. And then the other one is the narrator, who is friends with this guy. He does not actually like him. He just puts up with him because he gets booze from him. So this kid is an alcoholic. I say kid, I don't actually know how old they are. I assume they're sub 18, like maybe like 16, 17, 18, 19, which is not sub 18, I understand. But, you know, I assume they're in the late teens, so 16 up to 19. And so he puts up with him because he gets him booze, but he really, really hates him. And he like just thinks that he's like some hot guy. Like he thinks that he's like the man. He's like whatever, which typically are narrators that I absolutely love. Like I usually love a good like clueless narcissist as a narrator. But something about it was just like really off-putting to me. It was just a little bit too, like he was just a little too, what's the word? Like holier than thou, like I don't know. I can't think of like the exact word that I'm looking for, but something about his character I just found a little bit too off-putting. And so I had started it a while ago, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna finish it because, you know, let me just finish it. And oh my goodness, it was so incredible. First of all, the fact that an author is able to write characters that I find so distasteful and disagreeable means that the author is doing a good job, because you're evoking something in me that I, you know, like you're causing me to have a visceral gut reaction to a human being that does not exist. So you're good at writing, obviously. And again, it is like very like just it goes. But it ends up in the most insane place. I just got goosebumps actually thinking about the ending. Like that book is rough. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I kind of want to give it 4 stars. I feel like everything I kind of rated a little bit too low. Like I don't know when I became super stingy with my ratings, but I feel like I've become stingy with my 5s lately. And so that means if I don't give anything 5s and the highest that I give something is a 4.5, then like everything has to kind of fall below that, which is idiotic. So I need to get over that. But yeah, it was a wild ride. Basically, everything is relatively normal, and then at a certain point, everything is just propelled into a place of I literally cannot believe what I'm reading right now. It was so upsetting. I was so upset. It was absolutely incredible. Yeah, if you don't like upsetting things though, not for you. Then I finally finished 2666 by Roberto Bolaño. I'm so happy. I think this is translated by Natasha Wimmer, but if it's not, I will put the translator here. Oh my gosh. Also a really upsetting book. So, I mean, I don't think it's that upsetting. There's that section with all the rapes and murder of women. And it is at least like 300 pages, I think. That section, I think it's section 5 or 4. I think it's section 4. Whatever. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's 4. The first part of the book, we follow like these intellectual, pretentious people and some kind of like weird polyamorous situation. Loved it, adored it, fantastic. Sections 2 and 3, I don't quite remember as well. One follows a reporter, I think, and then I don't quite remember the other section, which is unfortunate because I've been reading this book for like 2 years or a year. I've been reading it for a long time, so I don't quite remember those parts as well. And then we get the section with all of the rapes and the murders, which is the biggest section. And then the part that I just finished, which kind of just ties the whole book together. And he's brilliant. I think I gave it 4.5 stars, but again, I'm like, should it be 5 stars? I kind of feel like it should. The only reason I think I didn't is because I don't remember those 2 sections very well. And so I feel like it's kind of like cheating to rate something a 5 if you don't remember the plot completely. So I'll reread it eventually, but not right now. But yeah, it's just incredible. He's a fantastic author, storyteller. It's so smart, and he just weaves in all of these different narratives, and it's, you know, obviously like a major discussion about all of the femicide that happens in Mexico. And yeah, it's just, it was a fantastic book. Highly recommend. And then I guess I was gonna like only do some of these books, but since I'm here already and my hand doesn't quite hurt yet, then I finished Dinner by Cesar Aira. I don't remember the translator of that either, unfortunately, but I will put it here. And this was so much fun. I think I had read like 1 page a while ago, so I just started over again, obviously. And again, so much fun. I almost don't want to tell you what it's about because I feel like it's like it just comes out of nowhere. But it's kind of split up into 3 parts. The first and last part are very related, and the middle part is like the bulk of the story, and it's just like a weird ride, like what is going on right now. But we open with like a middle-aged man going to dinner at his friend's house with his elderly mother, and the friend is like very he's rich, and he's got like all these like weird trinkets and stuff. It doesn't actually matter. It's mostly just to like introduce you to our narrator, who is the middle-aged man that goes to the friend's house. And then the second part of the book, again, I don't really want to give a lot away, but it's basically him watching a live broadcast of TV of like a local like news station, and some crime starts to happen, and it's very, very, very fun. It was so fun. And then the ending just kind of like wraps everything together. Again, it was a pretty quick read. I think I read the whole thing, like I read the majority of it in one night, probably. I think I read it over a couple of days. It was a quick read, really fun. And then the last thing that I finished is The Trouble with Happiness by Tove Ditlevsen. I can't remember where the L goes. I think it's Ditlevsen. I don't know. Again, the book is all the way over there, and I'm all the way over here. And again, translator, I'll put over here. My ratio of translated books this month was fantastic. This is 4 translated books. Oh, I'm so happy. Anyways, this was a bummer of a book. So it was fantastic, but just like so depressing. It's like story after story after story of just sad women with like men that mistreat them, basically. Again, very, very well written. It almost reminds me of Elena Ferrante in that like she's Tove, I think it's Tova, I'm not sure. She's like going into the you're like reading and experiencing truly unhappy women or truly unhappy circumstances that are things that people don't typically talk about, which I feel like Elena Ferrante does very well. I don't quite feel as depressed when I read Elena's books though. But it's that same sensation of like, you know, things that people like to sweep under the rug or like to ignore on Instagram or whatever. I mean, Instagram, you know, obviously is, but just things that people don't express out loud that can make people feel truly lonely. So like men leaving women, women feeling abandoned by their husbands, just like in day-to-day life. Those are like, I would say like the most, or just like women being belittled by men, just a lot of those kinds of things that happen all the time to all women and, you know, trans and non-binary people. Basically anyone that's not a cis man has dealt with probably, and even actually cis men, now that I'm like saying that out loud, like it's not, those aren't like feelings that are necessarily like only for a certain person, but you know, you know what I mean. It is like this general like sense of loneliness and just like there's like mother, you know, mother-daughter relationships. There's all kinds of relationships in the book. I just mostly remember the ones that are husband and wife ones. But yeah, it is a fundamentally very sad collection. So I probably would recommend reading like one every couple of days instead of powering through it how like I did. But yeah, it was also fantastic. I think another like 3.5, 4-star. Dinner also 3.5 star. Like again, all of my reads this month were good to fantastic. There was nothing subpar. Although, you know, I was reading something that I didn't finish that I will finish shortly that I didn't love very much. But whatever. So yeah, excuse me, those are all my reads from November. Super, super excited that I finished 5 whole things, 4 things for my TBR, and then 1 thing from the library that I am going to purchase because I did really like it, and I want all of Sandra Cisneros' books on my shelves. And yeah, let me know if you've read any of those books, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.